Welcome back to the Chammy, the only channel on YouTube where you can get a mostly professional tarot card reading from a haunted house in a creepy graveyard from a haunted chick like me with really, really disgustingly cute dogs. If you just found me and I'm not live, skip to the end for the free collective message. I always try to do a free collective message for anyone and everyone who maybe comes by, gets a reading, doesn't get a reading, maybe finds the Chammy when I'm not live. Everything you need to know is in the description. It's only $1 per minute for a tarot card reading. It's only $1 per minute for a grief counseling session. So take a look at the description. Everything you need to know is there. Thank you, Molly. Hey, Molly. Welcome back, sweetheart. It's good to see you. I'm going to go ahead and put your comment in the pinned comment. If it will show me the chat. Okay, pin message. Yeah, don't encourage her dark side, please. I'm gonna put a few things in chat. Hi, hi, hi. I forgot to get a drink, but I'll go get one in a minute. Yay, 5 more days. Don't be climbing over that desk, dog. Hey, W Watchdog, welcome back to the haunted house. How are you tonight? It's nice to meet you. Molly's gonna put you on the naughty step for me. Let's see. Well, there you go. He wants to be your sub. And she wants to treat you like the subhuman species that you are. Sorry, I thought that was so funny. Oh, he lives in St. Louis, Missouri. Hey, Dominique, welcome back to the Chammy. Dominique Hernandez, y'all go check out his channel or their channel. Dominique can be a girl or a boy name, just like Stormy. Hey, Ari, how are you, sweetheart? I was just thinking about you and how you're doing. Hey, Deontay, welcome back to the Chammy. How are you tonight? Welcome back to the haunted house. Oh, Remy lives in Phoenix. Oh, you were just going to go there with him? I am, sweetheart. I'm hanging in there. Oh, that's right. He's a flight attendant. I think you told me that once. How's the job hunt going, Ari? How's your mom? How's your love life? Hey, Cisco, welcome back to the haunted house. So are you tonight? Oh, okay. All right. So you had an overnight. I see. I'm so glad that you guys were able to meet and stay friends. Oh gosh, the puppy's whining. She's tall. She's like, what, you're like 5'9" and I'm like 5'4 and a half. I'm always like, hey Molly. Yeah, 5'8", 5'9", yeah. You're tall like my mom. See, once again, the height thing, you know, is his hygiene good? Can he drive a car? Can he pay his bills? Well, you can manifest it. You've already created it. It's already yours, Ari. Hey, Faith and Love. You know, I'm not so much as concerned about height as I am like morals, values. You know, does he have a dishwasher? Does he know how to use it? Does he drive? Can he pay his bills? Among other things. Because I think I've told you before, Ari, we're kind of like in the same boat. I'm just as much of a snobsexual as you. Oh, you met somebody new. Really? That is so cool. I'm so happy for you, sweetheart. Let me just put a few more things in chat and I'll ask that question for you. Gypsy. What's wrong, baby? You can't find your cookies? Why is my chat not working on the laptop? But it's working on the mobile. You know, height is not as much as important to me as health and morals, values. You know, am I always going to be the one having to pack the gun to protect us, or can we protect each other? Do you see what I mean? Like, these are just kind of some things that, like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I used to feel the same way you felt, Ari, but I think as I've gotten a little bit older, you know, it doesn't matter if they're 5'5" or 6'5". Can he drive a car? Can he pay his bills? Can he know? Like, I just, like, you know what I mean? Like, does he know how to use it? Can he drive? You know, can he engage my mind? He will. You'll find your person, Ari. We all will. If we haven't already and just don't know it. never said anything about appearances now. I did state I am a snob sexual. I don't feel that height is an appearance. I think that it's a vital statistic. Yeah, like, I mean, I'm asexual, so I'm like the ace in the deck. You know, I'm the wild card. You never know what you're gonna get. I'm like a box of chocolates. You like when guys tower over you? And that's not much of my concern either. Like, it's like, can he kiss me well? Does he have good hygiene? What? Okay, let me get the dog her cookies so she'll stop being emo. Here, you want to look at your bag of cookies? Here. There you go, baby. No, you're not getting a cookie. It's not happening. I mean, when you're 5'4", everything's tall to you, so... Even if it's 5'5". Yeah, it is tall. My mom was like 5'9". My dad was... Well, my dad was 5'10" until he got older and shrunk to back to like 5'6.5" is what they said he was when he had his colectomy, which is surgery for colon cancer. Oh, I'll wear my boots all day long. I'll wear 9-inch stilettos even if he's short. I can pull off a Sonny and Cher, sure. That's what I always thought was so cute about Sonny and Cher, is that he was so short and she was so tall. They were a cute couple. And they sang well together. I'm not as concerned as much about height as I am, like, how well would we sing together? Do you see what I mean? Do you see what I'm saying? You can have all the tall guys you want, but at the end of the day, how someone treats you is what you're going to realize really matters. Yes, being attracted to somebody is very, very, very important. I have tried to be in relationships with people who, like, I just wasn't that attracted to physically, but I was, like, mentally and emotionally, and it just didn't work out. And being asexual, it's like, it's really depressing because some people will think that you just don't like sex, and that's just far from the truth. Did I tell you that one of the verbal places I looked at for the trip Kay and I took in November was on a mountain? It's great sounding. Yeah, it's beautiful. I used to live on a ridge that looked out at Sweat Mountain. It's beautiful to look out in the morning. The shower was 5'5". I remember you saying that. You're like, I can't get this because I won't be able to get in the shower. Because you're 5'8" and he's 6'1" or 6'3" or 6'10" or something. A guy that loves you shouldn't be insecure if you're taller than him, especially in boots. He should be like, dang, you're beautiful. You're right, Faith. You're absolutely right. I agree with you, Faith, fully. You know, and I know a lot of hot guys. I've met a lot of hot guys. I've been friends for years with a lot of hot guys. Just friends. Just completely platonic. And I've learned a lot about guys because I have a lot of guys in my family. A lot of good guys, too. I think one of my most favorite friends that I've had since I was a kid, was LeJean Witherspoon from Seven Dust. Like, he's just such a bright and shining light, and his family's so beautiful, and his wife is so kind, his kids are so cute. But, like, I met LeJean when I was a kid, and he was much older than me. I opened for his band a couple of times when Seven Dust was Crawl Space. Yeah, I think it's interesting how over a long period of time, people started growing bigger and stronger and taller in history, actually, because we got the chance to have more nutrients, more healthier foods, cleaner water. Well, I talked to LeJean today, actually. He said that they're getting ready to go back into the studio. He said they're going to the farmhouse soon, so I don't know if the farmhouse is out in Kansas or if it's here in Roswell, but they're supposed to start doing shows again this year, so we need to go to one, because I know that you know, be treated like the royalty that I am. Hey, Metal Rain, how are you today? I'll look at the new tour, Molly, when I get a chance, and maybe we can pick a date. Hey, Maria, welcome back to the Chammy. Of course LeJean's gonna let me backstage. Fuck. That guy's not gonna let me sit out in the crowd and get thrown around, that's for sure. We should go to a Rooney concert too. I'll be back. I just gotta get a drink, Maria, and we'll do your reading, okay, babe? And don't worry, Maria, I got all your questions. You don't have to retype them in the chat. Oh, yes, Ari, I won't forget you, sweetheart. Thank you for reminding me, because I did forget you for just a moment. I apologize. And I'm fantastic. So I used to say I'm sorry all the time for, like, no reason. And then my friend was like, why do you do that all the time, Stormy? I said, I don't know. I think it's, you know, because I feel shy, insecure. I don't know. I don't want to get in people's ways. Maybe it's just my manners. So they talked me into just stop saying you're sorry about everything and start apologizing for, like, what really should be apologized for. Like, I forgot you asked a question. I apologize. And they were like, and then follow up with, I'm fantastic. I'm like, I can't say that about myself. I really can't. And they're like, but you are. Why can't you say it? So it really did help build my confidence. Help me with my confidence. Help me to stop saying I'm sorry for no reason. To everyone I knew, and then some. Okay, Ari, your question was about this person that you had just met. Let me just find the yes no cards. I don't know why they're not just, like, right here. Maybe they're pushed back into the Duh, there they are, right next to the computer. Spirit, I'm calling forth, oh, Jesus. Hey, Frank and Dad.
Just some water.
Okay. Spirit, I'm calling forth Ari's most trusted and most strongest spirit guides to ask about this question she's got concerning someone that she just met. She wants to know about Logan. Spirit, what does she need to know about Logan? What does Ari need to know about Logan right now? She wants to know, is he a good guy? Hi, sweetheart. How are you, Liz? Spirit, what does Ari need to know about him being a good guy? A good guy? Is Logan a good guy? The guy she just met? What does she need to know about that? Welcome back, Liz. It does look different. It looks a little bit different because I'm not on the laptop anymore. For some strange reason, YouTube will not allow me to do lives from the desktop. So I'm fine with that because I'm getting more reach. I'm getting more subscribers. I'm getting more views, and that's just what this chammy needs. Spirit, what does Ari need to know about this specific person, Logan? Is he a good guy? Okay. So Spirit says yes. Let's go ahead and read your card. It's the beginning of a delightfully new life cycle. Get ready for deep emotional immersion into an amazing world. You may meet a mysterious stranger with an unusual talent who helps you speed up the completion of your plans. So, while he's a nice guy, you might just meet somebody new. From now to the next 3 to 4 months, the bird of happiness lands in your hands. Plans are implemented, desires are embodied. This requires you to be very active. However, your ability for actions brings you an unexpected triumph. The bird of happiness doesn't just fly to anyone. You're welcome, sweetheart. Yeah, they have cookies. I have a subscription on Amazon, and they send them out every 2 months, and then I keep like a bag back Molly for them. That's some peanut butter cookies too. The ones that you give them when you're here are the chicken and the carrot ones in the shape of a heart, but I have some other ones that they really like. They're also like soft, and they're like peanut butter cookies. I am doing well, Liz. Thanks so much for coming by. If you want to do a free yes/no or a paid reading, I'll be here for a little bit. Maria, let's go ahead and get into your reading, sweetheart. They never get enough. You're right. Like, she wants one right now, and I'm just like, You can sleep with the bag, but you can't have another cookie. You got to earn your cookies, unless Auntie Molly is at the house, so we need you to shut up. Go away barking. Okay, Maria, let's do your reading real quick. Man, I can still hear the neighbor's dog upstairs crying. It really pisses me off. So, Maria, I'm going to lay out all your cards, and then we'll go over everything. Okay, sweetheart? Spirit, I'm calling forth Maria's most strongest and trusted spirit guides. To guide me on this reading for her, about her and her specific person. Okay, Liz, get some rest, honey. You probably need it. You need a nap. I'm tired. Okay, I understand. Oh, I'm so sorry your doggy has left us. Okay, Spirit, what does Maria need to know about her specific person tonight? What are his thoughts and feelings for her? Hey Dwayne, welcome back to the chammy. How you doing? Hey Spirit, welcome back. Okay, I guess the ghosts are in. So Maria, the win question about you and the relationship going more official. How more official can you get? But I'm going to go ahead and look into some things for you about that, okay? Is that not like creepy or what? Hey Khalid, welcome back to the channel. How are you? I have to keep pushing on the thing like that. It's like, what are you trying to say, Spirit? I don't know, Spirit. Just stop for a minute, please. I will put the spirit box on for you in a minute. Okay. So this person always feels like, you know, you are the next right thing and that high priestess for him. He does feel more like he is more stable with you and more official with you in your connection in that magician card. These are very good feelings. This means that this person feels magical about your connection. They feel, you know, in love with you. They look at you like somebody that they can go to and really be honest with. pour their heart out to and find some guidance. In regards to the Star card, you're asking about it being more official. You know, it comes to the point now where it's like he's kind of just waiting around to see what happens next. He definitely wants to make sure that you are taken care of, okay, financially as well in the Emperor card. But the Star card is also letting you know that if he could, I don't think he had the balls to tell you this, but he does wish that he, once again, was married to you, could be with you every day in that Star card. When will it be more official? I really can't say. I don't really know how much more official you guys can get. No, he does not know that it hurts your feelings about the house in the reverse Chariot. All he can really think about is the legal matters around it all. And, you know, it kind of kills him in this Death card, but he has to do what he has to do, honey. Regarding more of the stuff you need to know, a little bit deeper stuff about his feelings and thoughts, you've got this Unlock the Gate card, Explore the Unknown and Walk New Paths Together. You got this card yesterday, or within this last week. Face the mystery of the passages you walk together with the courage to explore unknown. Explore the unknown. It's like telling you, you know, just like find joy in exploring the unknown with him. You know, you never know what you're going to find. But yes, this person is your soulmate, and they feel that very deeply. Let me go ahead and get your song for you. Now, you're going to laugh, but that Star card was also a part of the song. But, they really do feel something. Like, you know, like you are their bright and shining star in their life. I love this song. This song taught me how to sing. Oh my God, I can still hear the dog upstairs crying all the way from the back of the house. Molly, it's so depressing. It's really bumming me out. There's your song, Maria. You've been trying to find the right time to wear it. That trip was so much fun. Looking forward to being back in North Carolina. Faith over fear. Yeah, and that's what it's all about. Really. Healing cancer, it's all about faith over fear, for sure. I have some Morse code in my music video I made for my song Hands. It does sound like Morse code, you're right. On the run pod. You're welcome, Maria. Khalib, yes, no, would be will to be able to heal my shadow self. Yeah, that makes sense. You have to want to heal it if you feel you have to heal it. You could also just say my shadow self is healed and start focusing on other things other than worrying about how, when, where, why, and let it just unfold naturally for you by believing that you have healed this part of yourself. You'll start to work through it without too much pain, actually, just very naturally, Khalib, okay? Just talking about experience, you know, speaking from experience, but Spirit does say yes. The manifestation from new ideas and actions gives you a strong chance to achieve significant impact. A promising new opportunity has arisen that requires your immediate attention. This is miraculous. This miraculously solves the previous predicament, changing your life for the better. So fate rapidly rushes towards you in 1 to 3 weeks. So that means from now to 1 to 3 weeks, okay? It removes all obstacles. You are on a big roll with promoting your brilliant ideas. You are basking in the attention of enjoying your incredible sense of invincibility. Just remember, if there's anything history has shown us, is that no human being is invincible. So make sure that when you're working on your channel, you're working on your business for YouTube, you know, that you're paying attention to like what, you know, YouTube creator channel as well as vidIQ is telling us. You know, also, there's another guy who does some stuff that, I can't remember his name. But I'll send it to you when I get a chance. His name's Robert Benjamin. But don't pay for anything from any of those channels, because everything that you need to know, there's nothing special outside of, I mean, unless you really want, you know, some of the other things that, like, they have to offer. Like, I wish I had never, like, wasted my money on some of that stuff, because it did not help. But what did help was watching their videos, paying attention to what they said, and, you know, working every day on it, all day. Will you marry your twin flame? Let's find out. Spirit, will she marry her twin flame? I'm calling forth faith in those most trusted and strongest spirit guides. Will she marry her? Wow, I almost said, will she marry her true love? I guess it could be the same. Spirit says yes. The hurdy-gurdy of happy accidents spins circumstances in your favor. You possess complete control over the situation, encouraging you to move energetically and purposefully towards bold dreams and ambitious desires. The sky is the limit. Let's see what your how and when says. I'm just randomly picking how and when, splitting the deck. So give it 8 to 9 months. That means from now to 8 to 9 months. And phenomenally effective results appear. It opens new, awe-inspiring horizons. Your colossal potential and comparable skills of organization and insurmountable willpower win the day. They are the secret weapon of every underdog. So keep me updated. Okay. I'll be right back. Won't take long. I'll put the spirit box on. See if we can get anyone to talk to us. As long as you're having fun, Molly, that's what's important. Let me turn the spirit box on and see if there's anything that wants to talk to us. Okay, honey. One second. You know, the problem I have with my knee from the engine ending up in my lap, Molly, in the accident. My knee was like so swollen last night. I was almost like, am I going to have to go to the ER again? Because it was starting to turn into a baseball. But I used Cass's Raven Balm, and the swelling was gone by morning. I didn't have to take any aspirin. I didn't have to take any Tylenol. You know, 'cause I'm trying to get I'm trying to get away from that because it's the chronic pain is incredible. But his ointment is this shit works great. He needs to brand it and sell it at Walmart. Not that I would shop at Walmart, but you know, I'm not saying that I'm too good to shop at Walmart. It's just it's against my ethics because all that's just nothing but slave labor, sadly, and it's all that's been built off that company. Raven Balm is something that her friend makes that she's going to go see in the Carolinas. It just has it's like an ointment for pain and suffering. It's got, what does it have in it? It's got cinnamon, arnica oil, neroli oil, clove oil. It just has a whole lot of stuff in it that's like for healing pain and swelling. And you know what else is interesting, Molly, about his ointment that he doesn't even realize is that, I don't know that he realizes it, but all those herbs, those plant herbs that he has in the ointment is good for like scars, stretch marks, cellulite, and it's incredibly good to regenerate your skin, even if you don't have those issues. It's overall very good for your skin's health. Oh, he told you that, so he does know. So he does know his plants. Yeah, I figured he knew his plants too. He's not a dumbass. I really want him to do a tarot card reading for me, so maybe you can ask him that someday. For me.
Low battery.
Low battery? I just charged you, you beast. Let me get the cord out. So yeah, you know, and I don't get tarot card readings. I have a mentor that I'll get readings from, you know, if I really feel the need. Mostly my girlfriend and I, Nikki, when her boyfriend is at work, you know, we'll study the cards together. We'll do readings for each other every once in a while. But you said that Cass does cards, so I would really like to see what he could see in a reading. I'm just curious, you know, because you said he read
Maximum volume.
Maximum volume. It's a multi-purpose thing, yeah. because I went and looked up. I mean, I already knew what the herbs were, but I went to go and see what else they do other than, like, you know, opening your breathing passages and helping with pain and suffering. Oh, well, no, I didn't tear into mine. It just wasn't full. It just wasn't full to the brim. That's all. He didn't fill it up to the top. But I use so little of it when I do use it. That stuff's gonna last. I'm gonna actually put some orange blossom oil in mine because the menthol in it is a little bit too much for me. Are there any spirits there tonight that would like to speak to us? Oh, and Molly, the spirit. Okay. The spirit box has been saying boop a lot since you left. I think it's funny. Yeah, he sells it. Yeah, I try not to use a lot at all because it is very strong. You're right. And it's totally worth it. It really is worth it. I mean, I have played guitar all my life. So that's about 30 years. And I'm telling you, I have to usually go to a acupuncturist to get rid of the pain in my wrists from playing guitar. But I recently found out that my acupuncturist went back to China. And acupuncture is not too bad. I mean, I really can't complain about it. If you get acupuncture from the right person, you're not going to feel anything. Okay? If you stay still when you get acupuncture, you're not going to feel anything but relief. If you do move when you get acupuncture, that's when it hurts. It will literally feel like someone's ripping your tendons apart. So I do recommend acupuncture, but I was surprised to see that this stuff is going to probably keep me from having to go to the acupuncturist ever again. So, I don't know about the chiropractor, but I really do need to get back to the chiropractor soon. Molly, does he sell it online, or do you have to actually connect with him in an email, or how could we get Faith and Love? Does he sell it on Etsy? Do you know? Okay, so Faith and Love, email me at gypsyqueencardreader@gmail.com, and Molly will ask, okay, and I will get back to you about hooking you up with the sale if you want to get it, because he does it through PayPal, through his business. I don't know that he sells it online. He probably does it just word of mouth, which is how I sell my CBD self, is the only word of mouth, because Georgia wants you to pay a $50,000 deposit on an application to sell any kind of CBD or hemp products. That does not mean that you will get the permission to sell those products. And if they deny your application, they keep the $50,000. I just want to live in a weed-free state. Like, what goodbye, Georgia. Yeah, fire him over an email, sweetheart. And Faith and Love, send me an email so I can stay in touch with you about it. And I'll connect you guys all together. Okay? And my email is gypsyqueencardreader@gmail.com. That's my business email. Spirit, what's your name? Jim. It actually gave me a name. Hi, Jim. Welcome to the haunted house. Do you come here often? Yep. Have we met before? Is your name Jim? Is your name Jim Morrison? Is your name, no? Okay, is your name Jim Fitzmyer? Are you Melanie's father? This is my best friend Melanie. Who died. Oh, we were best friends since we were kids. She was one of the first women in New England to die of COVID. Her dad's name was Jim, and I just asked if it was Jim Morrison. It said no. I said, are you Jim Fitzmyer? It said, yeah. Are you with Melanie? Melanie, are you there? Thank you, Daddy. Melanie, are you there? Jim, do you have a message for anybody here in the chat? Okay. Well, that was interesting. Hello, Scorpio 1180, Nadine, Martha, Stocks, Tanya, and Aesthetic Delta. I'm just playing with the chat. I had no idea that was going to happen, but oh well. Welcome back to the chat. Yeah. We've had plenty of people who are from this area, definitely. Like the biggest one I would have to say is, well, I mean, the little girl buried under the house, I would have to say. The little girl buried under the house is like a legend around here. And she's not buried under my house, so don't worry about that. We don't know what's buried under my house. We just know that the house is built on top of a graveyard. And the front yard is a graveyard. And the whole neighborhood is a graveyard. But I think at the end of the day, the most intriguing spirit that has come through that is a legend in the neighborhood is definitely the little girl buried under the house. Now, what I think is so interesting about her is that the guy who does the ghost tour now, his name is Kevin. I met him, my dad and I met him and his wife up at the park when they were playing with their little girl. Yeah, we've had some pretty spooky shit happen, yeah. Now Kevin thinks that this really creeped me out because I've never talked to anyone about this ever in the neighborhood. And I just started talking about the little girl buried under the house. He's like, well, can I tell you something? I'm like, sure, what? He's like, I think that the little girl buried under the house is a mimic. I was like, what? I was like, because I have been experiencing the mimic thing in my house since we moved in. It will show itself to my roommate as me. It will show itself as my roommate to me and vice versa. So we'll think we saw each other, but we didn't really see each other. Now, I wasn't really sure if it was real until my dad experienced it. But then I knew it was really real when Kevin started talking about it. Hey, Geek Master, welcome back to the Chammy. The only haunted house on YouTube where you can get a mostly professional tarot card reading. Yeah, we've had some pretty creepy stuff. Now the ghost, I hate to call them ghosts. I like to call them spirits. They really do prefer to be called spirits, respectfully. Now we did find out. I should go back and find that day that we did. Remember how she was playing all the Chet Baker songs on the REM pod through the AM radio station, Molly? I need to go back and find that live and post that as a video. Yes, there was a little girl buried under the house during the Civil War. Now, it wasn't my house, but it was the sheriff's house that burned down a couple of years ago. I think that house burned down like 5 years ago, but I still think they still think people from the city did it because they wanted to get rid of the house, and they'll do that kind of creepy shit here. But I think that oh yeah, the chili dogs. Oh my god. So what is a mimic? It's a I think a mimic might be a poltergeist. But it might also be a shapeshifter. I just don't know. Like, let's look it up. I've never actually looked it up. I just always assumed that a mimic was like a poltergeist that could mimic you or someone you know or someone like. What was that movie that came out? There was some movie with some girl that came out, and it scared me so bad because it was like. I'll have to find out what that movie was called again, but. Well, yeah, I've heard the term skinwalker from people before, too. We've often wondered if it was a skinwalker spirit. In fact, I have asked it before, and I think the spirit box said yes. But, so during the Civil War, I guess the sheriff had a little girl, and she died, so instead they buried her under the house because there was nowhere to bury her. That house used to be up the street. Well, yeah, I mean, they do say that there are bad spirits that do that. Now, I don't happen to think that whatever this is a bad energy. She's never hurt me. She's never hurt anybody in the neighborhood. It kind of feels more like she's, it has that childlike spirit, though. It has that playful kind of trickster kind of feeling, though, you know. Yes, you're right, a demonic entity can mimic a child. But I'm not afraid of it. I'm not afraid of it. And you know, I more or less became friends with it. Oh, anyways, the spirit that has a crush on Molly told us once that he was this entity's caregiver, and I thought that was interesting. They like to show up together. Hi, spirit. Is the little girl buried under the house there? What is a mimic spirit? Small translucent beings. Mimic spirits are small translucent beings that appear to glow orb or occasionally a small flame, generally blue. And that is one thing about the pictures that sometimes I'll take. You'll see orbs in them. I'm surprised you don't see orbs while I'm doing the live. Mimics are entities that can imitate voices, sounds, or appearance of people or things. There's a paranormal forum on Reddit. I'm living in a new place and it happened twice to me now. Once to my grown daughter and possibly with the dog. It's the phenomenon where you know you're alone, but you hear someone's voice or laugh very clearly as if they're in the room with you. In my case, I heard the voice of my short-term roommate. I knew she wasn't home. It was very clear, and it was the voice she used when playing with the dog. Hi.
Good night.
Good night.
It's 2 o'clock.
Okay. Thanks for telling me the time, Frank and Dad.
Don't stay forever.
But what if I want to stay forever?
I'm gonna call the ghost to come over.
Okay, call the ghosts. Call all the ghosts. Molly says good night.
Good night.
So my daughter heard my laugh as if I was in the bathroom with her while she was in the shower. I was not home. She and I and the dog also heard a growl, which didn't sound threatening, kind of like a half growl funny noises she makes when getting comfortable. She reacted to it and growled a little back. We all clearly heard it. The setting is an apartment in a church. A little creepy, but not too bad. Some weird noises otherwise, but this mimicking thing is a little too close. Any experiences with or ideas about it? She said there's no other apartments. No vents really either. It hasn't really been a concerning threat either. I mean, yeah, he does call you Sally. It's kind of funny. It's funny. Have any of the spirits talked about any of you while off stream? No, because I don't turn the spirit box on when I'm alone. I don't turn the REM pod on when I'm alone. I always only do this with you guys. I don't do this with my dad. I don't do this alone. I don't do this with my roommate. I mean, my roommate's lucky if I even talk to him. And usually it's like, hey, dishes. Which I mostly do all the housework, but excuse me. But yeah, I mean, while we've had like spooky stuff happen, I mean, I can't really state that like there's been anything too terrifying. Yeah. Spirit, are you here now? Are you here now, Spirit? Yeah? Can you see us? Can you see me? Bit confused as to why none of these people were in chat, but they all got memberships. Does anybody understand why that happened? At least I didn't see them in chat. Iron Mood. Really? It just picks random from the subscribers? That is so weird. Okay. Alrighty, tidy YouTube. So does that mean when you give somebody a membership, it'll just pick someone random, like I can't just pick somebody? Yeah, I do notice it, Molly. In fact, I wanted to use it a night ago before I went to bed, but it was too cold in the house to put it on. It would have been freezing, shaking, sweating cold had I put it on. So the next day I woke up and I was like, oh God, I'm dying here. I was in so much pain. Then I woke up, I did my workout, I put the medicine on, I felt a lot better. So what is it doing on your nose, girl? It doesn't belong on your nose. Spirit, can you hear us? Can you hear me now? Do you think YouTube just picks it? Huh. I'll have to ask Tiffany because she gifted a bunch of people a membership. And I was just assuming that she chose the people, you know, that she chose who got the memberships. Sorry, I'm going to take my hair down because I might as well just go to bed. It's pretty slow here at 2 a.m. in the morning. Or maybe I'll just go finish working on my hair. Well, Khalid, get yourself some Raven Balm at some point. I'll tell you what, I am really grateful that you got that, Molly, and that you turned me on to it because I have been suffering in silence. I've never had a chance to listen to Mitts. No, sweetheart, I feel so bad. I'm not even on the same planet with you with that. I've just been working, and I mean to start getting it on with listening to Mitts, and then I get in bed and I pass out. Because, you know, I'm working 7 days a week, 12 hours a day. Living vicariously through everyone else. I'm thankful he made you good too. Well, you learn something new every day about YouTube, huh? You make it through an episode and pass out? Jesus, I can't even make it through 5 minutes. I'm passed out. I mean, my head's hitting the pillow. I don't even know my name. Nope. All right, sweetheart. Good night. Yeah, that note was loud and clear. Spirit, do you have any messages for us? Is Jim still there? Yeah, it's been saying boop a lot since you came by and said boop all the time. It's really cute. It makes me wonder if it is the mimic. Are you a mimic? Are you an alien? Hey Tiffany, welcome back, sweetheart. So I just accidentally gifted a whole bunch of people memberships. I didn't really realize that they didn't have to be in chat to gift them a membership. All right, thanks, Molly. fell asleep. I'm gonna fall asleep soon too. My roommate's grandmother was abducted by aliens when she was a young girl. She won't talk about the situation, he said, but I find it very interesting that like him and his brother and his dad all have like this extra organ that they took out of, yeah, really. They took it out of his father and they took it out of his brother to go and, you know, see what it was, experiment, I don't know, something like that. Micah doesn't even know if he has it, but him and his girlfriend Mystic talk about it all the time, and you know, you can kind of see it in him because of the way his hands look. They look a lot like they're his hands are very alien-esque. His face, you can see it in his face even. You can see it in his eyes. Like his eyes are white, purpley white. And he's a ginger, but I just find it so interesting that she had the experience, and you can see it in her grandkids. Like you can see it in them. That's interesting. I don't think that my roommate lacks sympathy, but I think that my roommate lacks like awareness for others. A little bit, just a little bit, a little bit. Did she have a baby with an alien? I don't know. I don't know what they did to her because she won't talk about it. She lives in South Carolina, by the way. So she was abducted in South Carolina, and it's incredible that she's even still alive after all these years. And you got to understand something about this woman. She's like pushing 90. Okay? She's like pushing 90. All right? So this was a very, very, very long time ago. What they did to her, I'll never know. You know, for all we know, they could have opened her up and put alien embryos in her. You know what I mean? Is that even possible? I don't know, you know? God, that dog has been screaming since 6 p.m. I've got a horrible headache from it. It is crazy and scary. And she sends a card here every year for Christmas. I know when my mother was still alive and she said that she worked for the government, that she believed in aliens because they made her go to Area 51. She saw them. And I think it's so interesting how they finally told us, yeah, they're real, but they didn't tell us, like, how do we protect ourselves from them? How do we know that they're there? How do we help them if they need help? Like, to make sure we don't mess up, yeah. Well, I like aliens. I hope they like me. I don't want to hurt them. Please don't hurt me, aliens. I do think it's a little creepy that some of my DNA cannot be traced. So I don't know if it's just ancient Greek DNA that cannot be traced. I don't know if it's alien DNA. Like, nobody knows. Like, there's some kind of DNA in me that they can't trace. And they can't explain. So is interesting. Everyone who gets their ancestry stuff back, I've asked everyone I know who's done ancestry. They're like, no, I've never seen that on my list. Oh, clone me, bitches. Clone me. I don't care. Take my DNA. Make thousands of me. The world will be a better place, probably. Jesus. Everyone's like, aren't you worried that, like, they're gonna own your DNA and do something weird with, like, no. No. Why would I be worried about it? Yeah, that's what the word was that Kevin used. That whatever this entity is, this little girl under the house thing, doppelganger. And maybe that was the movie that I was talking about. Let me go see if that was the movie. Hey, sweetheart, how are you? Nice to see you, Shania. Let me go and look up. Maybe that's what the movie was called. No, that wasn't the movie. It was like a horror film. I wish I could remember the name of the actress that was in it. This is the girl. Hold on. I found a picture of her. But it's not telling me her name. Anyways, this movie that I saw, I thought that it was going to be a doppelganger, like, mimic type movie, but it ended up just being about a bunch of people who were, like, in a liminal space stuck there. I'll try to figure out what the name is tomorrow, and I'll share it with you tomorrow. Don't they say if you see your own doppelganger, it means you're going to die or something? I thought they said that on a paranormal show once, but it may not. Well, I already died. I came back. But I have not seen my own doppelganger, no. I've never seen anybody that looked like me except my dad and my grandmother. I recently saw a picture of my father when he was 18 years old for the first time, and it made me realize, wow, I look just like my dad. I always thought I looked like my mom, but I look like my dad with my mom's cheekbones. I heard of quantum immortality, which I feel would be kind of sad in a way, like we are immortal, but only from our own point of view. My brother thinks they're sentient. You've survived multiple timelines because I've seen so many doppelgangers of me. Oh wow. See, the thing that I'm learning in regards to being like a death doula, the thing that I'm learning is that like yeah, while the flesh dies, not so sure that we really do die. You know, when my mom passed away, she came to me in a dream and said that death is just an illusion. Death is just something that happens because it's the only way that we can cope with it about what happens to you. It's the only way that we can realistically cope with the transformation of what really happens to you after death. I was like, what, Mom? What? Oh wow, Faith and Love, that's amazing. You know, and then sometimes I'll see pictures of my mom when she was just a kid, and I look just like her. Like literally, like my mom and I look so much alike. It's kind of scary. But I also look just like my dad. It's kind of strange. Like I have one of my mom's ears, one of my dad's ears. I have like my mom's bottom lip, but my dad's upper lip. I have like my mom's hands, but I have my dad's fingers. It's so weird how we are such a it's so weird how like two people will get together and have a baby, and there'll be so much about both of those people in that person. And it's quite a beautiful thing, actually, I think. So another time that people are still living in another timeline is really trippy, yeah. I mean, CERN is making realities upon realities and multiple upon multiple universes daily. My sister and I got in a conversation about CERN. I'm just going to type what I'm talking about in case you guys don't know what CERN is. You might want to look it up. My sister said they turned CERN off or else the world would be completely in chaos. So, I don't know when they turned CERN off, but she said they don't always run it or else the world would be complete chaos. But it makes me wonder, like, how many timelines are there? What timeline are we on now? I was just talking to my friend Lisa. Lisa, what's funny, because my sister's name is Lisa, but I have a friend named Lisa, and Lisa she was on America's Next Top Model at one point in her life. We talked a little bit today about her deja vu, and she was like, she's been having a lot of deja vu lately, and here's my experience with deja vu. I told her today that I feel like deja vu is an experience that we have when our reality and timeline shifts. So if you're not feeling so good about the deja vu, clap to kind of snap yourself out of it. If you're feeling comfortable and not triggered by the deja vu, just roll with it naturally. Because I really feel like deja vu at the end of the day is, even though it's unexplained, I feel like it's some kind of shift in our reality, shift in our timeline, shift in our universe. And especially for us that are the ones that are experiencing the deja vu. Oh, excuse me. Well, it's interesting that you said that about 13 months because women actually have 13 moon cycles. But we only have 12 months. I just thought you might find that interesting, Floyd. So yearly, women have 13 moon cycles. At least if you're happy, healthy, and normal, you have 13 moon cycles. Whether it's a leap year or not. But we only have 12 months. Yeah, 2020 is when stuff went down, you're right. That is so interesting what you said about World War III. Are you possessed? Only if you want to be possessed. Remember, you are the beautiful creator of your reality. Spirit, what do you have to say about Travansky being possessed? I don't know, I'm not a Catholic priest. You might want to talk to a Catholic priest about it. I'm just a lapsed Catholic, so I don't know. But the spirit box is not saying you're possessed, so. So Travansky, what is it that you want to be? If you don't want to be possessed, you don't have to be possessed. Because once again, you are the beautiful creator of your reality. So what do you want the next scene to be? Turn your back on that which doesn't serve you. If being possessed does not serve you, just turn your back on it. What does normal look like? What does normal feel like? So go back to when you last felt normal and try to get into that feeling again. Try to get into that groove again. Try to get into that space again. And often go back to it as much as you can, because your thoughts create, and what you think about, you bring about. So the more that you work on your strict mental diet in regards to turning your back on what doesn't serve you, Travansky, you're going to realize, yeah, I died in 2019. In fact, I died on Friday the 13th, 2019, and I came back. Why, I don't know. I was this close to being back with my mom. So they obviously sent me back for some reason. I mean, I know why they sent me here, okay? The creator of the universe and I, the council of the universe and I have already talked about that. But I don't know if that will happen. Do I want it to happen? Yeah. Do I want to die for it to happen? No. What saved the world? Yes. But I also, I don't know. I mean, I don't know why they sent me here. Maybe they have a different plan for me. I just know I'm here to. I know I'm just here to heal people out there. You get the weirdest deja vu with C. I swear, if he shows me a picture of like a family member or something, I feel like I've seen them before. Oh, that's so interesting, Faith and Love. There's somebody that I know that when I see this person, I feel like I'm looking at my future. But I also feel like I'm looking at a past life. Did the spirit box just say Matt? Or Mac? Well, I'm glad you're back, Travansky. That's so interesting because the spirit box just said Matt. Blacking out in 2020 and 21. Yeah, I don't really have a hard time talking about my death experience. In fact, I don't even believe in death anymore. Does that sound crazy? Hey Nadine, welcome back to the Chammy. Spirit, are you talking about Matt, Tiffany's husband? Nice to see you, Nadine. You're struggling with survivor's guilt. Sometimes I don't know why I survived everything I've been through, but I know there's a reason. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here. Yeah, me too. Yeah. Spirit, do you have any special messages for us? I know we've heard from a Jim. I know there's a Matt. Are there any other spirits there? How many spirits are with us tonight? Oh my God, it is almost 3 o'clock in the morning. That dog has been crying since 6 p.m. Is it ever gonna stop? Oh, that's so interesting, Faith and Love. You know, because I spent many years, like, I think I found out about death when I was about 5, when my hamster died. And I just thought it was so unfair. You know, I was just like, so it's all just for nothing. That's how it felt for years. That this is all just for nothing. So I think I experienced depression from like the age of 5 to about the age of 8. And, you know, the first 5 years of my life, I couldn't hear. Like, I had to do, like, surgery after surgery after surgery to fix the tubes in my ears so I could hear. Everything was kind of like it sounded like the Peanuts teacher. Wah, 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 wah. That was, like, the first 5 years of my life. But, you know, when my hamster died and I found out about what death was, I was just like, this is not cool. But I think the main reason I did become a death midwife is so that I could kind of, like, cope with it a little bit better, help others cope with it a little bit better. But it didn't really dawn on me that maybe even the already dead need help too. So, you know, while most death midwives deal with the dead or the dying, which I do volunteer for that. I really like to I like to help those who have already crossed over too. No. Somebody, it's one of the spirits just said Matt, that's it, and then never said anything else again. Is someone up there with the doggy? Yeah, I use Daisy and Tube Issue, yeah. So it was really difficult. Like, I don't even think I knew my name till I was about 5 years old. I don't think I knew my mom's name. I don't think I knew my dad's. I didn't know. It was really difficult. But I could read. They taught me how to read. So it wasn't like it was very lonely. It was very lonely, I could say. But I always had my mom and dad and my brother and my sister and our dog Pumpkin, which was a huge Great Dane. She was like the size of a horse. And they taught me how to read at 2. So I could read from 2 to 5. I could always read from the time I was 2 years old, so I had some kind of entertainment. It wasn't like, you know, oh, she can't watch TV, she can't listen to music, she can't hear us talk, but let's teach her to read. So they taught me how to read, and I could read books, and that was very entertaining, to say the least. Also wondering if people can be revived after a certain point. We just declare people dead too early or something, maybe. Just a theory. Well, that's interesting, Khalid, because when my mom was dying, she was like literally purple, and they were like, what's wrong with her? Her organs are fine. Everything's fine. But why is she turning purple? But we didn't find out why she was turning purple till much later, like a year later. But I often have wondered, like, do we declare people dead too early? The last thing to go is the hearing. So if you have a pet or a loved one that's dying and it's their final moments. Say loving words, speak loving words, sing loving words. I always sing to my pets or my loved ones when they're passing. What else can I do? I was talking to somebody who's a subscriber on the Chammy today about that kind of thing, and how, like, when my mom passed away and she was in Code Blue and they brought all these, like, tables in, like, you could see the doors opening and closing and slamming by themselves, and all the nurses and all the doctors were like, what the hell's going on? It's as if there was, like, this vibrational ocean energy in the room when she was dying. It was just fucking crazy. And then part of my friend's YouTube, and then like 8 tornadoes hit Atlanta all in the same area. It was just, it was nuts. It was absolutely the most fucking weirdest thing I've ever been through, is her dying. I sometimes wonder, what would happen if we stopped believing in death? Would it happen anyways? Would it come sooner? Would it come later? You know what I mean? These are just things I think of. I think that it was a very interesting message to get from my mom from the other side about how death is just an illusion. And the reason that it's set up like this is, like, you know, because we would never be able to accept the true reality of what, I mean, come on. If your loved one was just standing there and they left their body and never came back, and they just dropped on the floor, and you saw their spirit rise from their body, like, and you had no reason to understand why this is happening, you know, or what if your loved one transformed into its ultimate self? I don't know, like, I don't know what she was trying to tell me, but it was pretty interesting. I do miss her a lot. And I often wonder, would she still be here had she not been murdered? Would she still be here had she not been killed? Would have she been successful with her cancer treatment? That's probably her on the REM pod. Ugh. Watching my mom die was the worst thing ever, really. Well, and that car accident was pretty bad. But, let's see what you said. There was a man in Spain a few years ago that started snoring when they were about to do his autopsy. Oh my God. Holy cow. Did you guys hear, have you guys heard about or read about what the head of PETA wants to do to her body parts when she passes away? Like, wants to put her hand on a plaque, like the way that, and they do, you know how they take animals and they stuff them, like, and then some of the things I've heard people that wanted, what they want to do with their bodies when they die, like Walt Disney and Michael Jackson wanted to be frozen. Just so weird. There's just so many weird things, like, that people want done to their bodies when they die, like, ugh. Just cremate me and put me on your desk. Okay. Paint a picture of my with my ashes and your blood or something. I don't know. Oh, love the Addams Family. You know what's so funny, Tiffany, is I loved the Addams Family growing up. I never really expected I would become Morticia Addams herself or something like that. I mean, I can't begin to tell you, Tiffany, how many times we drove by this house while I was growing up. I was like, that's the fucking creepiest house on the block. I never want to live there. And now here I am. I'm in the house. I'm in the haunted house. But I think I've made good with it. I made friends with the ghosts, the spirits. There hasn't been too many. I mean, they like to still act like leprechauns and, like, steal my things and then probably laugh at me because I'm, I don't know, reactive to that. Oh, did you just hear it say yep? Stop messing with me, spirits. Yeah, it's an old colonial home. Was renovated in 1929, but it's been here since pre-Civil War. So, like, the part that I'm in now used to be the backyard and the back of the house, and this is more of like a newer part of the home. Whereas the front of the house is the older part of the home. I'm sorry, the back of the house is the older part of the home, so it's just solid wood. I was playing Richard. But I don't think they put it on the historic list, the historic homes list. What are biohackers? I'm sorry, I live under a rock inside of an enchanted forest under an emerald city, so I have to Google biohackers. What is a biohacker? Biohacking is citizen or do-it-yourself biology that involves making small changes to improve. Oh, okay, I get it. All right. I probably heard that word before, but just don't remember. I just think the whole world is haunted. I think the whole planet is just one big fat graveyard. Hello, Nikki. Welcome back to the Chammy. The only haunted house on YouTube. In a creepy graveyard where you can get haunted. Good to see you too, sweetheart. How's your day been? You having a good weekend? Metal Rain. There you are. I was wondering where you were, dude. I started painting my hair tonight, again. So I took all the peach sorbet out of it. I'm really hoping that at some point, Molly and her friend Cass, sorry, I'm saying his name wrong. I'm really hoping that Cass and Molly can come to the house, and we can do some ghost hunting together this year for the Chammy, and do some things together with that kind of stuff. I've really been wanting to take you guys on a ghost hunting tour, kind of give you the history of the city, kind of give you a history of the homes and the people that live here. There's only one way in and one way out. So, and pretty much everyone in the neighborhood owns an AK-47, so it is rather safe. It is not a spooky neighborhood, but it can kind of feel spooky. You're talking about a neighborhood where people who have their families have lived here since before the Civil War. Okay? So, I mean, just my neighbor just across the street, his family has been here since pre-Civil War. I mean, there's a mausoleum down the street with his family name on it because his family members were involved in the Civil War. And I really feel like at the end of the day, like, this is just where I belong right now, Maybe it's like, maybe I'm not supposed to move to Nashville. Maybe I'm supposed to stay in Atlanta. Maybe I'm supposed to, maybe I'm supposed to be an ATLian from Roswell. But I do really, oh, you almost did the Haunted History Tour in Nashville? Oh my God, do you live close to Nashville? Where are you, Faith and Love? It's just a dream. Like, it was my mom's dying wish. And it was always been a dream of mine to move to Nashville because I've been a musician my whole life. It's Music City. It's the last place on earth I'm going to find a gig because no one else is going to give it to me. Do you live close to Nashville? Because if you do, so there is a haunted house I'm looking into, but my drummer doesn't want to move to Columbia, Tennessee. But this house is so fucking cool. The only reason I haven't, like, it's been on Zillow for 5 years. Nobody will rent it. And it's probably because it is kind of creepy, but it is a house from 1864. It is beautiful. It is so beautiful. The only thing that bothers me is that the guy who owns it is one of the dudes from January 6th. He's one of those, like, hardcore rebels who, like, went and trampled the Capitol on January 6th, and I don't know if they pardoned him or not, but he was a big-time lawyer in Tennessee and being in real estate there. But it's like, in fact, Liz went to the house to check it out for me, and she said that it was completely trashed and that it probably would not be a safe place for us to live. But man, the rent is cheap, the house is haunted, it's close to Nashville. I'm tempted. I'm still tempted to rent that house. But my real dream is to, like, buy a house. It does seem like it's not habitable, but the pictures on Zillow now compared to 5 years ago and when Liz went to check it out for me, it was so nice of Liz Love to go out there. She was here tonight earlier, but it was so nice of her to go out there for me and check it out. But it seems like the pictures on Zillow now are a little bit more updated. It looks like they've renovated the house and cleaned it up a little bit. I'd have to actually see it for myself, but once again, my drummer doesn't want to live in Columbia, and I don't blame him because he works at Guitar Center. God, I can't believe how long he's worked at Guitar Center. That's how we met. But I can understand why he wants to live where he wants to live in Nashville, but hopefully we can find a home. And hopefully we'll all have fun exploring Nashville together when I move. God, hopefully it'll be a graveyard. Oh my God, you did? A Black Widow infested cabin? That's kind of how this house was. It was a brown recluse infested. Oh, as much as I love spiders, that creeps me the hell out. My God, that is so creepy. Like, I have to cover my eyes thinking about it. Honestly, Nadine. I love Black Widows, but I don't love them like that. I used to have a bass player whose stage name was PB Widow. And one year I got him a really cool, bracelet and necklace with Black Widows encased in glass, which you can't get those anymore. I'm pretty sure you can, but it's rare to find something like that. Black Widow encased in resin, maybe. Maybe it was resin. Encased in resin necklace. Let's just see what we find. See, none of these are real. No, this is fucking cool. Pardon my French, but this is so beautiful. I want it. I'd wear this. Let me share it with you guys. It's beautiful. I'll probably have to do a tiny link. Let's see. Made by Punk Boy. Now look at Nadine. You got me looking at spider jewelry. I'll just make a tiny link so you can see how beautiful this piece is. This is the only way I want to see Black Widows. Why is it not letting me shorten it? Oh, let's see if it'll let me put it in chat. Oh no, it's not gonna let me put it in chat. That's way too long. It's funny, when a grown man was going to rent the neighboring cabin on the lake, came for a tour, literally fled in terror. That's hilarious. The spirit box just said, yep. Okay, hold on a moment. There has to be a share button. Yep, I'd rent it too. And gingerly take out all the spiders. There's gotta be a share button on this thing. Oh my god, even that's beautiful. When did Etsy get rid of the share button? What planet am I on? Tiny URL's not working, so. Excuse all my coffee cups in the background, pardon me. Okay, I see seller details. See, that's the thing about Etsy, is that, like, I just want to share this picture and there's no way to share it. There's no share button. Oops. Sorry about that noise. Why don't I see the share button? I'm not a robot. Do you guys notice that more often than not, that like Etsy's asking you, everybody's asking you if you're a robot lately? It doesn't matter what website I'm going to, it's asking me if I'm a robot. Learn more about this item. I don't need to learn more about this item. I want this item. I'm sorry guys, it's not letting me share it. I see a puppy at my knee. Come here, baby. Don't make me chase you. So maybe if I shorten the link myself. I mean, I would probably never buy this for myself, but it's still beautiful. I'm going to share it. Am I a starseed? Me? No, I'm an indigo child. Oh, did that link work? Let's see. Oh, here it is. Okay, so this link is going to work. I think this is so beautiful. Are you a starseed? That depends. Were your parents soulmates? Were they twin flames? Were they true loves? Do you know? Let me catch up with chat here because I was messing around with the... But I'll go ahead and ask that question for you, Tiffany, yes. Let me just catch up with chat here. So when we moved in, Nadine, there was like a black widow the size of a, well, the size of this speaker. So I have my drink can here, and it's about the width of a speaker. This brown recluse was so big. I caught that bitch, and I put it in a tight seal container because I didn't know what else to do with it. And I put it back outside, and it just kept coming back. Eventually it died. I actually still have it preserved because it was just such a big spider. I was like, I cannot get rid of the spider. I'm going to have to keep it. I think I even have, you know those African killing bees? And I had to report it to, the actual, like the local natural habitable kind of, you know, the people who like, what is it called? It's like they have to do with like nature or whatever, you know, wildlife and nature and stuff, because they let me keep it, but they were like, let us study it first and then we're going to bring it back to you. We're going to give it back to you. So I have one of those in my collection. Let's see what you need to know about being a starseed. But I thought that starseeds were only like, you know, starseeds, your parents had to be something like soulmates, twin flames, something like that, or indigo children. Yeah, they have plenty of those here in Roswell. Because I live in a wildlife nature preserve. So, like, you can't come here, like, if you kill an animal in my neighborhood purposefully, it's a felony. It's literally government property. It's a wildlife preserve. Animals first, human nature second. Spirit, I'm calling forth Tiffany's most strongest and trusted spirit guides. Is she a starseed? What does she need to know about that? Spirit says no. You might be an indigo child, though. You know, the clockwork of the huge hulking machine of change will chug faster and faster, accelerating everything around you. Many new people come into your life, bringing unusual but bright opportunities. You will not notice how the changes smoothly alter your attitude and perception of the situation. But is she an indigo? Is she an indigo child? Is Tiffany an indigo child? I'm calling forth Tiffany's most trusted and most strongest spirit guides. Is Tiffany an indigo child? Is she? It says no. I feel called to like ask another question, if you don't mind, about it. Did that link work for Etsy? So, no, you're not just a starseed. You're a Palladian starseed. There's a difference. Okay? I hope that helps, Tiffany. Hello, Argentina. How are you, dear? Are you a demon? No. Are you lucky? Yes. If you want to be lucky, you are lucky. You don't know how to get links to open in this window? Right-click it and say open link in new Chrome tab or in new tab. I'll be right back. I gotta pee something fierce. Okay, I'll be right back. I am just, my head is killing me from having to hear that dog cry.
I couldn't hear it from here. I could barely hear it in my room.
Oh, it just goes on and on and on and on. I'm back. You think they're soulmates? Yeah, they probably are. Where am I from? My mama. Yeah, it's been, the dog has been howling since, that dog has been howling since the butt crack of dusk. What are you doing, you crazy dogs? Thanks, Mohammed. I appreciate your kindness. Excuse me. It's custom man. I think I might have been Cleopatra in a past life. In fact, that's been my nickname most of my life. My dad's always called me Cleopatra. Do you guys ever feel like there's something or someone in a life that you lived once, and it feels familiar to you? Strawberry cock time, awesome. Awesome blossom. Excuse me. That's so cute. Elvis reincarnated. I love that. No, I can't speak Farsi. I'm from the Greek island of Cyprus. I'll be right back. No, you can't have a cookie. I'm gonna go to bed. Thank you guys so much for coming by tonight. I really appreciate it. God bless the Canadian government for legalizing marijuana. Thank you, Nadine, for coming by. It was great to chat with you. Faith and Love, thank you so much for coming by to hang out. Mohammed, welcome to the Chammy. It was good to see you. Tiffany, it's always lovely to see you. Everybody, Molly, thanks so much for coming by and moderating tonight. Metal Rain, sweet dreams when you get there if you're not passed out already on the couch listening. Hey, Bernie, sorry I missed you, love. Good to see you. Welcome back. Ari, thanks so much for coming by. Everybody, just thanks so much for your love, your light, and your support. I really appreciate it. I'm going to go ahead and do a free collective message and see what we need to know, but I'm going to do a different card. I'm going to do the power deck. Give us a power deck card. Where are those? Do I have them here? I think I have them here. Oh, maybe they're not here, so maybe I'll just do Spirit, you're missing out on some Blue Dream. They had some for sale at JK Distro, like $15 for a quarter bag, but I I didn't get it because I don't like sativas. Well, Spirit, I'm asking for a collective message tonight. A message regarding our love lives. Spirit, what do we need to know about our love lives right now? What do we need to know about now in the not too distant future? Yeah, that's why I got into guitar playing, because it was such a good mental phase to go through and help me better myself with like just everything in life. I feel. In fact, I'm gonna go play my guitar now and go to bed. Let's see what this card is. Fidelity. So, you might be feeling that somebody is leaving. They're really going to come back to you. Don't worry, they'll be back. They love you. They care about you. So be good to yourself with your thoughts. Keep the faith up. Like, what is it that you want in your life? What is it that you cherish? Because it's already yours. That which you desire desires you even more. Yeah, I would prefer hybrid or indica mostly over hybrid or sativa. Your anxiety is creeping. Oh, okay, Nadine. Enjoy your church group tomorrow. Can't handle too much indica. I can't handle too much sativa because I'm hyperactive. So when you have ADHD, you're either like completely extreme, or it's either zero, it's either all or nothing. There we go. At least that's what ADHD is for me. Good night, sweethearts. Thank you so much for coming by tonight. It was really great to hang out with you all tonight. I love you. Sweet dreams. Bonita.